took me, it's about 40 miles just to ride to this place. There's a couple of guys I follow on YouTube, Everride ADV and Colorado Dual Sport are the two main guys. Tyler and Jeff. And Everride lives in St. George area, Utah. And Colorado Dual Sport, or CDS as he goes by, lives in Colorado. And those guys basically seems like they can walk out their front porch and find a trail. But I gotta ride 40 miles to get to one. I could put it on the carrier on the back of my truck, but I really don't want to leave it there because then if someone's watching, then they might see that I'm gone. You know, in the area ends as kind of a, well, I think it's people go here where they don't want to be bothered by people. They live out here. They don't want to be bothered by people, or they don't want to be found for whatever reason. And I can appreciate that, and I don't want to come into contact with those kinds of people. And just in case I have to, because there is another trail or road that I would take that's out south. It's south from here, ends up in Warner Springs, which is San Diego County. I'm in Riverside County right now. But yeah, it's looks like a lot of places where they filmed Breaking Bad, and the RVs are still there. So that brings me to my next topic, I guess, is for protection I carry. I'm allowed to, as a retired police officer in good standing. I'm allowed to carry in all 50 states. I just have to qualify annually before my permit on my ID expires. So right now I have a Glock 26 on a holster on the inside of my waistband on my motocross pants. And so far it's working out pretty good. Clips on. Doesn't need any belt loops because I don't have belt loops on these pants. And it's got like a Kydex holster that pinches it and holds it in there, so it's not going to fall out. It doesn't have a thumb strap or anything like that. So, I mean, that's just an extreme case. I really don't ever want to break that out. Whoa! Getting a little sideways there. Yeah, getting into a shooting off duty or in civilian clothes or anything like that is, you want to avoid that as much as possible. Because, I mean, obviously you're going to do it if it's going to save your life or the life of someone else, but just the legal stuff that's going to happen afterwards is not very fun, because the first thing they're going to do is take away your gun, because they're going to want to use it. Well, first of all, it's evidence, and they're going to want to fire it. The DOJ will fire it into a water tank to make sure that this was the only gun that was fired when they recover the rounds from the other person or persons, so, or wherever they get them from. They'll compare the rifling and make sure that that's the same gun. And I don't know if in California, if you have a gun taken away from you and it goes into safekeeping or evidence, once it's released from evidence, it goes into safekeeping into the department that took it from you. You have to get a DOJ application. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's, you file it with the DOJ and it's $35, and it's $35 for every gun that you have to recover back. And yeah, so if they take more than one gun from you, it's $35 every time. So yeah, that could get expensive. The next thing is attorney fees. Well, let's get closer. Let's get this quicker. You say you get into a shooting and you call 911. That line's recorded. So whatever you say is evidence. So my recommendation to you is you give a public safety statement. A man has been shot. X amount of shots, I think, have been fired. He needs medical help. You know, that's the first thing you ask for is medical aid. And make sure you get medical aid on their way. You know, you tell them a man's been shot. And then you tell them the gun has been secured. And there's no more danger. And if you're going to be there, you make sure you tell them what you're wearing. And that's it. And then when the deputies get there, or officers, or whoever, you make sure you keep the gun secure, and you give them a public safety statement again. That's it. Until you've talked to an attorney, you give them just a public safety statement. If it's a good shooting, they'll figure it out and they'll know you're in the right. So don't worry about that. Yeah, you're going to be detained and you're going to get asked to come down to the station and interviewed and stuff. And you know what? Get an attorney. When on-duty officers are in shootings, they give a public safety statement and they don't say anything else until after they've consulted their attorney and their attorney's present during any further interviewing. So if that's what they do, that's what you can do. Yeah, people freak out when they see somebody, they see guns out here. There was Second Amendment proponents that, you know, wanted the open carry movement, and they did it so much that it kind of backfired on them. California went and made a law. Said you can't open carry anymore. Yeah. And that's the People's Republic of California. So yeah, that's as soon as my girls and my future wife's kids are adults, we are out of here. Going to Idaho. I've been to Idaho and it's beautiful. So I've got about 8 more years and I'll be 50 and that'll be perfect. Any state other than California, I guess besides New York, is better. We've got a governor that's building a high-speed train to nowhere, from nowhere. $7 billion. We've been in a 7-year drought, and he hasn't addressed that. Not like, hey, yeah, let's build better aqueduct systems, water processing, maybe do some desalination since we have all this coastline. But no, let's build a bullet train from Hell's Armpit to BFE. So, and in the meantime, they're displacing farmland and ruining that. And the only, there is a drought. There's no denying that, but the water shortage is man-made. So, I'm not going to try and get too political, but just the whole Hollywood attitude, the instant gratification attitude, everything. Just tired of it. I love the state. I love the land, except for the heat, because sometimes stinks sometimes. But hate the government out here. It's run by a bunch of social justice warriors that want to let men pee in the ladies' room. And take pictures and all that stuff. Whatever pedophiles and perverts do. So, I'd rather go to a red state and live freely and not have to worry about people, and own bigger land and be able to walk out my front yard, jump on the bike, and hit a trail like this. So, yeah, I'm liking this trail. It was a little to the point to where I had to divide my attention from what I was saying to concentrating on writing. But now it's getting pretty nice, and these clouds are looking really awesome up here. I'm wearing sunglasses and I get these little gnats that like to post up on my lenses, and it drives me nuts because I see this blurry little dark spot in the middle of what I'm looking at. Yeah, I have one of those dual sport helmets that have the flip up visors, and I like to keep that open when I'm going slow, but I want sun protection and eye protection, so I wear these Crossfire sunglasses, and maybe I'll show them. But I got a pack of 3, and one of them was polarized, and less than $20 from Amazon. And Crossfire sunglasses are, was it ANSI rated? For projectiles. I think they shot it with a 22 and it didn't go through, or something like that. So I think it's for riding off-road. Keep my eyes protected. But yeah, they got good lenses in them. They're strong. They clear. For years I was into Oakleys, and man, those are overpriced for what they are. And nowadays, if you wear Oakleys, everybody automatically thinks you're a cop. So, yeah, one time I was taking my girls to see the space shuttle at the Space Science Center in LA. And I didn't get out of the parking lot. And this, mind you, I dress as uncompish as I can. I try not to look like the guys from Super Troopers when they're off duty. And some lady I'm walking with my girls from the parking lot to the museum, and some lady just says, "You the popo, you the popo." I know you the popo, and I'm like, "What the heck, lady? Leave me alone. What's your problem, man?" I think she was 5149 and a half. But yeah, I got my girls, and it's scary because I don't know what this crazy lady's gonna do. It's like, she was right that I was, but how did she know? Because it's not like I support law enforcement t-shirt tucked into my denim jeans and a fanny pack, or my denim shorts. I don't have a flat top. As a matter of fact, I don't have any hair. I shave it. And now I got a full beard, but, you know, don't have a flat top and a big handlebar mustache like I'm a motor cop or something. But, yeah, I got out of that situation pretty quick. Yeah, I always do carry. I hate going to LA, man. If you're not from LA and you want to get... Oh, look, it's a Ranger. Hope everything's okay. Maybe he was texting. I don't know. Fancy seeing you here. I've never seen a Ranger up here before. I wonder if he's gonna let me go by him so I'm not kicking up dust everywhere. Yep. Well, at least I know they're out there. So where was I? Yeah, I carry everywhere I go. Oh yeah, LA. Yeah, if you're not from here and you come out here, I mean, I'd say just skip it. But if you really got to be touristy and do the whole Hollywood thing and all that stuff, then yeah, just be warned. I mean, it's traffic stinks. People are rude, and there's freaks everywhere. Every time I go out to LA, something weird happens. And look at that view. I think it's Mount San Jacinto. Flowers are pretty, the purple and the yellow. Yeah, this is a beautiful day. It's got to be in the 60s. But up here it's a little bit chillier because of altitude. I don't know my altitude right now offhand, but I'm probably close to 4,000 feet. Oh look, horse poo. But this is just a nice ride. I rode up on this last time with stock tires, well, the stock that comes from the dealership. Oh, those Bridgestones, oh, they stink. I mean, they just aren't good for really anything. I mean, they're okay on the street. They're more street tires than anything else. But, I mean, they're a lot. It just, the tires that I got on this now, the Kendas in the rear, the Kenda Trackmaster 2, and I got some Sedona tire on the back, and it just, I mean, it feels so much more confident with the way these grip. And you know, these tires got miles on them too. I'm hoping to ride out, go out to Utah and ride with Tyler in oh, here's the campground, Everride ADV. We haven't met yet, but I'm just saying, you know, hopefully. I wanted to camp here last night, but I wasn't sure about the weather, and I wasn't feeling too good. My back was killing me. Looks like fires are allowed now. Well, that's good to know. But oh, this is beautiful, and this is where I'm gonna have lunch. But yeah, I'm hoping to ride with Tyler and some of his friends out in St. George area. And see, there goes squirrel. I totally forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, so I'm gonna stop and have some lunch, and if I don't get back to you, thanks for watching the video, and feel free to comment below. Thank you.